Hello friends and happy holidays. We are going to be working on a few things that I like to do over the holidays, kind of for the children, just things that are fun for them, which one of these is a hot cocoa tray like I'm putting together here. Just something fun for them to do and they can help me. And then later on we'll be making some sugar cookies. So we're just going to dive right on in here on this hot cocoa tray. I made this little snowman that you see me putting these mini marshmallows in. Just simple DIY. I just put two glass jars together and then just made the little hat and the scarf, just dressed it up a little bit. And this is something that's so much fun for the children to get their marshmallows out of. And then also we're just going to put this hot cocoa mix in this little plastic container that I think I got at Walmart last year, I believe. And you could totally use the hot cocoa packs, but I wanted it in a jar that you can see it, so that's why I got the mix in the container this year. And it's just out in the open where you can see it and where you can just scoop out however much you want. And I had no idea Jameson was goofing off in front of the camera here, but it just made me laugh when I was watching it back. Anyways, and then I thought the tray looked a little bare here on the bottom. It just needed something. So I had this faux fur ribbon, and I thought I would just cut it in a couple strips just to cover the bottom and to just make it look a little more cozy and wintry. So we're just going to put all the things back on the tray that we had on there, and we're going to finish decorating it up. And just by adding some things that I had on hand, just to fill it up and add a little more color to it. And the little coffee mugs that you see there on the tray, I got those at Dollar General, but they're pretty much sold out. I think I got the last two. I for sure wanted one for Jameson and Chloe, so they had two left, so I grabbed those. But yeah, they have them at Dollar General and they're so cute. They have a little snowman on them and they come with a little spoon to stir your hot cocoa. I just thought those would be adorable for little children. Now I'm just adding a few more pieces of some greenery, some berries, and just filling up some of those empty spots. I don't want it too full so that you can't get things out. So this is how it turned out, and it just looks super cute, very colorful and wintry. And so everything is right here, ready to make some hot cocoa. And then of course I had to add some fairy lights just to bring a little bit more sparkle in there. And Jameson, he wanted a cup of hot cocoa right away, so we're going to go ahead and make him a cup. Alright, and now on to the next project of the day. We are making some sugar cookies here. And then I needed some buttermilk, but I don't usually have that on hand, so I usually just substitute it with a tablespoon of vinegar per cup of milk that I need, and then just mix those together. You can let it set a little bit, you don't have to, but this is just a good substitute for buttermilk if you don't usually have that on hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour that into the sugar and the Crisco mixture. And then we're going to add in some eggs. And then next we're just going to add in our flour a couple cups at a time, and then scraping the sides as we go. And this makes a very soft dough. So once this is all mixed up, I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a couple hours, just to get it a little bit more user-friendly, I guess I could say. And then I'm going to also swap out the whisks for the actual dough hook. The whisks aren't necessarily made for cookie dough, which this one is a pretty soft cookie dough, so it would have probably been fine, but I usually just switch it out once I start adding flour. Alright, and then after the dough was in the refrigerator for a couple hours, we are going to go ahead and roll out the cookie dough. And like I said, this is a very soft dough, so it is pretty sticky. You want plenty of flour when you're rolling them out, and then also on top just a little bit of a dusting on top of the dough so that your cookie cutters don't stick. Ours were kind of sticking, and the flour just helps so they don't stick as much. And the children, they had so much fun pressing out the sugar cookies. Yeah, this is just something fun for them. The sugar cookies definitely weren't all perfect, but that's fine. The children, it was something for them to do, so that was the main point. Also, if you are interested in the recipes that I'm using for the sugar cookies and then also the frosting, I will try and have like a downloadable copy that you can get on my Etsy shop. So I'll have that link in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. This recipe did make quite a bit of cookies. I didn't want just, gobs of cookies, but this made a nice amount, and it was plenty for what we needed. And these are nice if you want to fill up some plates for your neighbors, or for obviously we're not going Christmas caroling this year really, but normally we would fix up plates for Christmas caroling as well, and just to give away. So here we are, we're down to the last bit of cookie dough here, and we're just going to keep rolling this out until there's no more dough left. Alright, and so while the cookies are baking, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the frosting. And this is a cream cheese frosting, so this frosting will not harden like a lot of your other frostings will. This will stay somewhat soft. So if that's the frosting that you like, then you will probably like this frosting. The ingredients are mostly just cream cheese, butter, vanilla, and then just your powdered sugar, and then also some milk. Alright, and now we are ready to decorate some cookies, and I did end up putting the frosting in a decorating, like a cake decorating bag. This is totally your own preference. You can just frost them with a knife or however you usually frost your cookies, but this was just easier to get all the weird shapes that were on the cookies. This worked good for me. And then we're just putting some sprinkles on top, and honestly I didn't even buy any sprinkles. These were just ones that I had on hand for just other things that I had done previously. I was just trying to use up some of these sprinkles. And now we're having a cookie break. This is the fun part for the children as well, to get to taste their hard work and to drink a little bit of milk with it. And they thought they were delicious. Alright, and that is going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video for today. We had fun doing these little projects, even though it's sometimes kind of chaotic with, little kids helping you do things, but that's what memories are made of. And so I hope you all are having a great week, a good weekend ahead, and happy holidays. Bye.